It is time now for the Peter Channel Sunday Morning News on this Sunday morning, August 14th, 2016. And good morning to you all on this lovely Sunday morning, August 14th, 2016. Our news and odds on our top story at 8 a.m. on this Sunday morning is Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett says the North Side is coming after violence in the wake of a police shooting that left one man dead. Rio de Janeiro, Booba Phelps is not old enough to remember what he witnessed here this week. He'll have to listen to stories with his farmers, legendary women as Michael Phelps ends career with 23rd Olympic gold medal as U.S. wins medley relay. Eastman, Georgia patrol officer Tim Smith was fatally shot about 9:30 p.m. on Saturday night, and the suspect remains on the loose still. Washington, a hack was released on personal contact information about House Democratic trigger a series of 6 calls, voicemails, and text messages House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi said Saturday. One woman died and 2 girls were in serious condition today after being attacked by a Swiss trained by a man armed with a knife in the flammable fluid, St. Gallen police said on Sunday. A lone gunman executed River Queens Abab and his friend as the pair walked home from Saturday prayers, blasting each other in the back of the head without a word, officials said. The Nigerian Islamic group Boko Haram released a video of perpetrators show some of the kidnapped Chibok schoolgirls. Some 50 girls wearing headscarves are seen to be on a Boko Haram militant who demands the release of finally return to a freeing Erbil Iraq. Iraqi Kurdish forces have retaken 5 villages that Islamic State held Mosul in an operation launched on early Sunday morning, according to an official statement. Manila, Philippines. Hundreds crowded the property of the Philippines on Sunday protest planned by President Rodrigo Duterte to bury former leader Ferdinand Marcos in the National Heroes Cemetery. Beirut, Syrian activists and state media say police pointed out civilians, among them 5 children, have been killed on Saturday in a serious contested Aleppo province as rebels and government forces traded indiscriminate fire across the region. Many cities in Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards called the widespread flooding spawned by the region's pounded rain across the southern part of the state a truly historical event that won't be over anytime soon. Raleigh, North Carolina police are investigating reports of gunfire that sent shoppers inside a busy North Carolina mall, running in fear of hiding inside stores, with authorities saying that they haven't confirmed what actually happened. Marion Christopher Berry, the son of late Washington, D.C. mayor, has died at 36 of a suspected drug overdose, according to media reports. Texas and 11 other states have asked a federal judge to halt an Obama administration directed on buffer rights of transgender students in the U.S. President could be delayed by government departments not ready. The Federal Reserve raised an influential interest rate in December for the first time since the financial crisis ended an extraordinary and unprecedented era of easy money. Global stocks were ahead of a U.S. retail sales data. Cheap close bait for pricing stocks at TJX and Ross. Volkswagen gets approval for another 460,000 diesel in car fixes. SpaceX launches JCSAT-16 Falcon 9 first stage. To save an age of Fox, humans turned into orbital war zone. Human skeleton enough to increase maybe raise the human sacrifice to Zeus. The threat of Zika in the United States has been known about for months. Has enough been done to fight it? Susan Gillen and her husband did not think they could have any more children when she magically got pregnant with her second baby 4 months ago. Despite historic gains in visibility and equality for lesbian and gay people, Yu-Fu did not advise. Straight continued to face high levels of violence, bold and sexual assault, according to a new study. The incurable many U.S. children have poor cardiovascular health based on centers set by the American Health Association and the American Heart Association. How do children achieve ideal heart health? Donald Trump is now recruited Trump elected observers to come out what he called a rigged election of link his page with direct participants to donate rewards with an email that promises to do everything we are legally. Democratic Vice Presidential nominee made 2 stops in Newport, Rhode Island on Saturday night, attended private fundraising with local Democrats. The Clinton campaign announced this week that no longer considers states like Virginia to be battleground in the presidential election. In local news, on the 3rd floor of the Amble Square Mall, temporary wall wedged between 2 shop sports and an outside reading. There has always been moved for more style. There certainly will have. Wall confined to North Edinburgh Mall's million square feet this summer. Like yours truly and Robert Stevens, almost 20 retail spaces are blocked off and used for display purposes. Some shop windows advertise every stores in the mall. Wall one features a small showcase for the Cumberland Artists Alliance. On sweltering July afternoon, the bright blue shine Down from the vaulted windows over the customer began in front of the mall's comfortable air conditioned where no danger infringed in each other's personal space. I said in the film for the car fit for as staff from us. By the way, the people in the food court as Doc Adamers Amble Square Mall and malls like it face an uphill battle. Because of low occupancy with around 8%. Mansfield Dilly Trail runners assembled at the Mansfield High School Saturday for the 8th annual Jimmy 5K, where they were blessed by ample cloud cover and the 19-year-old Jimmy Pugh herself, who cheered one day for runners under a set of green and white pom-poms. Peter Cheller's 8:05 on this Sunday morning, and it is time now for Ace. Court support last night, the Boston Red Sox defeat the Arizona Diamondbacks 6-3, and the New England Revolution got shut out by the Philly Union 4-0. Tonight, the Boston Red Sox will take on Arizona Diamondbacks for a 3-game series at Fairview Park, Cape Town, 1:35 p.m. Los Angeles. The Rams returned to Los Angeles to close to 9,000 fans. They win as a comeback victory. Michael Phelps dropped both the hammer of the mic in the Rio Olympics area, turned into the scorching butterfly like the men's sport by one of the relay that helped his team secure gold to set a new Olympic record on the last night Olympic poll. Rio de Janeiro, when Samba Bento took the wall to clinch a gold medal Saturday night, it was a 1 of 20 years in the making. Peter Cheller's 8:06 on this Sunday morning, and it's Toto for a Traffic Transit Report. Let's start off on the MBTA, where the subway system is looking good. On the commuter rail, looking good, and on the ferries, they are looking good. And now, take a look at the highways and byways of the region, where the highways and byways of New York and Connecticut and Rhode Island are looking good. Mass pack on the westbound side, little sort of Stockbridge headed towards New York State. Mass pack interchange with I-9 with the Chickpea, it's a little slow. But otherwise, highways and byways of Massachusetts are looking good. Interstate 89, southbound side, and it is backed up after Canadian border up in Vermont. On Route 59 on the northbound side, little slow after the U.S. border up in southern Quebec headed towards Montreal. 199 on the southbound side, and it is backed up after the Canadian border up in Niagara Falls. Highways and byways of Pennsylvania and New Jersey and Maryland, D.C. and the Virginias are looking good. Interstate 20 on the westbound side, little slow west of 285 in Atlanta, Georgia. 65 on the southbound side, little slow south of 20 in Birmingham, Alabama. Down in Florida, highways and byways of the Sunshine State are looking good. Interstate 12 on the westbound side, little slow just headed towards Route 10 in Baton Rouge. Interstate 20 on the westbound side, it's a little slow west of Dallas, Texas headed towards the Dallas-Fort Worth region. But highways and byways of Texas are looking good. Out in the Midwest, highways and byways of Detroit are looking good, but on the Indiana Turnpike, it's slow around Route 421 in Westville. Interstate 90-94 southbound side, little slow just before 290 out in Chicago. And Interstate 90 southbound side, little slow after Route 19 in Logan Square in the city of Chicago. But highways and byways of the Midwest are looking good. And highways and byways of the Dakotas are looking good. And Interstate 17 on the southbound side, a little slow, just around Prescott Valley. Out in Southern California, Interstate 10 on the eastbound side, just a little slow around Route 605. Route 91 on the westbound side, just a slow around 605 in Orange County, California. Interstate 5 on the southbound side, just a little slow on the southbound side around Button Willow. Highways and byways of Northern California looking good, and Interstate 90 eastbound side, a little slow headed towards Missoula, Montana. Peter Channel News Side, made on this. Sunday morning, and it's time now for a weather report. And make sure you drink plenty of water, because Today, it's gonna be a real scotcher. A real scorcher on tap. And we are under an excessive heat warning effect from 11 a.m. this morning to 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time this evening. National Weather Service has talked the decision of excessive heat warning, which is in effect from 11 a.m. this morning to 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time this evening. The heat virus is no longer in effect. Location away from immediate south coast and southeast of Massachusetts, well, central and southern Rhode Island. This includes the city of Providence. Heat index values up to 107 due to temperatures low 90s and 2 points of mid 70s. Time at 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. today. Tap and max excess heat may lead to heat-related illnesses. Precaution prepares actions. Take extra precaution if you work to spend time outside when possible. Reschedule serious activities or early morning or evening. Notice the symptoms of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Wear lightweight and loose-fitted clothing when possible and drink plenty of water. To reduce risk during outdoor work, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration recommends scheduling frequent rest breaks in shaded or air-conditioned environments. And when overcome by heat should be moved to a cool, shaded location. Heat stroke emergency. Call 911. And excessive heat warning means that a prolonged period of dangerously hot temperatures occurs. The combination of hot temperatures and high humidity will combine to create a dangerous situation in which heat illnesses are likely. Drink plenty of fluids, stay in air-conditioned room, and stay out in the sunshine, and check around your relatives and neighbors. Young children and pets should never be left unattended in vehicles under any circumstances. This is especially true during warm or hot weather. The car interiors can reach lethal temperatures in a matter of minutes. Day 1 today, tonight, in addition to that, strong spring thunderstorms can be possible, mainly from late morning and early evening hours. Some of the thunderstorms will contain strong to damage winds in addition to frequent light and heavy downpours. And day 2 to 7, Monday for Saturday, no as weather expected at the time. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. Today, chance of showers and thunderstorms may after 2 p.m. Thunderstorms produce gusty winds, heavy rain, and frequent lightning. Punch bug for 9 a.m. Otherwise, punch that sky at 96 degrees. Heat index miles as high as 106, west of about 3 to 7 miles an hour. Chest pitch is 50%. New area miles less than 10 minutes are high amounts possible thunderstorms for tonight. Shot thunderstorms like May before 10 p.m. Thunderstorms produce gusty winds, heavy rain, and frequent lightning in mostly sky roads. Low around 6 to 9 degrees. West of about 3 to 7 miles an hour. Chance prediction 6%. New area miles less than 10 minutes are high amounts possible thunderstorms for Monday. Most steady pop can have 8 out, about 6 degrees. Northwest about 5 to 7 miles an hour. And then Tuesday, slight chance of shot, then chance of shot thunderstorms afternoon. Punch sky at 86 degrees. Cover big cabin. Saturday, 5 miles an hour. In the afternoon, chance of 30%. Chance of shot thunderstorms. Most skies got about 70 degrees. Chance of 50%. Wednesday, chance of showers. Most skies got about 84, about 66 degrees. Chance of 35%. Thursday, parts of the park have about 84, about 66 degrees. Friday, Sunday park have about 83, about 63 degrees. And for Saturday, most skies got about 82 degrees. Curry and not near it is clear skies and it is 74 degrees. The humidity at 98%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel Sunday morning news at the Sunday morning, August 14th, 2016. I appreciate you have a good morning and a good positive attitude. And I'll see you for an afternoon news report. Hope you have a good bye.